Let the dead bury the dead. When I first read this passage, I thought God was being a little cruel, not letting a man go back to be with his dead father. But in this passage, Jesus is offering a man a chance to go with him. But even more than that, he's allowing him a chance to let God be in his life and for him to follow God. But see, in this story, these people keep coming up with excuses not to follow God. Lord, I would follow you, but I have this chore to do. Or, Lord, I would follow you, but suddenly this family thing that I didn't know came up. In their hearts, they are hesitant to accept the Lord. And I feel like in our own lives, we too often put our own desires above God. Lord, I would follow you, but let me go do this thing first, or whatever it may be. Even though we often do this, God still loves us. But many have adopted a sin first and ask for forgiveness second mindset. God wants to have an open and loving relationship with us, and acting in this way only really hurts yourself. So instead, I offer a challenge. See if you can find where you're coming up with some excuses in your own life. Maybe it would be, Lord, I would pray more, but I have no time. I feel like everybody has a spare minute or two where they could dedicate to the Lord. When you catch yourself making excuses like this, it's not a time to be angry. Just keep a mental note of it. Over time, hopefully, the more you catch yourself doing it, you'll begin to ask yourself why. Now, I just finished my first year at college. I attended the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign. And I know that personally I didn't put God first at all times of my life there. Of course, I had a lot going on. College was a new world away from home. It was filled with parties, bars, and other things. But even though I didn't put God first at all times of my life there, I found him working in many ways. For instance, my roommate. When I first went to college, I was assigned a random roommate based off a 10-question survey. I had messaged the kid once before, and he seemed nice enough. The first 2 months were great. We were talking, and all was going well. But then around October or November, something changed in my roommate. He stopped talking to me as much, and he started skipping a class, 2 classes. And then he started skipping every class. He slept through the whole day, and he would just stay awake till 4 or 5 a.m. at night. He started drinking a lot more, and I could tell something was going on that I didn't really know what was happening. Then, one day, I was out, taking a test with my friends. And when I came back, I heard some horrible news. When I was out, apparently, he went a little bit crazy. We think it was drugs, but we didn't know for sure. But he started yelling at the walls, and he started yelling at people. Guards came, and they had to tackle him down. And he started yelling slurs at them, among other things. He got arrested, and then he got sent to the mental hospital. Just a kid I know, and it was a normal kid a couple of weeks ago. But thank God I wasn't in the room that day, because I don't know what could have happened to me. And that night, they told me he could come back with no charges against him. So I had nowhere to go. I didn't want to go back in my room because I didn't feel safe. Thankfully, I had met a good group of friends who let me stay in their room, even a friend who let me take up his own bed. That's just one instance I found where God, I feel, had a hand in my life and was helping to protect me in that moment. But I think going to Illinois was probably one of the best experiences I ever had in my life, for one reason in particular. Urbana-Champaign, for those of you who don't know, is pretty much in the middle of nowhere. It's about 2.5 hours south of Chicago, and if you go any mile, a direction like any mile off the campus, it's just farmland with cows and other cattle. But I think this was good for me. I think I needed a little wake-up call, because I learned when I came back, I was more appreciative than ever. I guess in all my years of living here, I never really appreciated what I had until it was gone. Now, I make an effort to go to the beach every chance I get to. On my drives home from my internship, I go the longer way along PCH, just to smell a bonfire or see the ocean. So I think that is another way that God has worked in my life. He showed me to be grateful for what I have. So I'm going to leave you all today with a few notes. Just simply remember where we are today. We're in California, an amazing state, and we're around an amazing group of community that love you. Even though you may not always see it, God is working in your life. And I feel as you look back on it, you'll start to realize it more and more. And lastly, just like in the story, try to keep God present. It's so easy to make excuses for putting him to the side, but he wants to be there for you, so let him.